August 1st, breaking barriers and hitting milestones here at HematiteHomestead. And you might think, what does August 1st have to do with any milestone? Well, I'm going to tell you. Last year, the 1167 LaRue went to compost on July 23rd. Started felling 10-14 days prior to that. July 23rd went to compost. Then July 30th, the 1157 Caspers went to compost. Same situation. Started felling 8 to 10 days prior to that. Tried to save it. It was gone. Went to compost July 30th. Never got in a competition plant till August 1st. Here we are, right here in my patch. 3 competition plants, still alive, still kicking on August 1st. All right, I'm gonna break in this video right here. It's actually August 7th now, so I've been working on making this content for a little over a week. And on the 1st, I went through all these plants and I told you about some things. I was asking for some help on my A72 Cosmore plant, but got a little bit of help on it before I published the video. So I wanted to break in this one and talk about that for a minute. All right, so you can see here on the Cosmore plant, all the leaves and basically the entire middle of the plant are gone. I've been snipping them off as they start to look like this guy right here. You can go in there and get that one and get a few more. So what I thought I had going on with this plant was fertilizer burn, and it was not a misdiagnosis. I know that that's how this started. I reached out to some growers and showed them some pictures of what in the world's going on here, and they all came back with fertilizer burn. And I believe that to be true at the time. I could even pinpoint exactly how and when I did that. I think we might have talked about that in the last video. And then a similar problem arose, which I continued to think was fertilizer burn, and started to take over the whole plant. Sent some pictures to my buddy Doc Rodebaugh and a little explanation of what was going on with the plant. He gave me what he thought his diagnosis was and consulted with some other growers, and they all confirmed that that's what it was. And it turns out it's downy mildew. And he also ran through some treatment options for me. So I got Xerotol was the quickest option for me to get here, and it was supposed to be here last Thursday. Then the tracking said it was coming Friday, and then on Friday the tracking said it was coming today, which is Monday. It does show that it's out for delivery, and man, I cannot wait to get that stuff. My plant needs it bad. Definitely appreciate Doc Rodebaugh and the other growers he reached out to diagnose my problem and give me some treatment options. If you're watching this video and you're not watching his videos, not subscribed to his channel, you want to do that. I'll put the link for his channel right up here at the top. So be sure you're checking that out. He's been extremely helpful to me over the last couple of years, and extremely appreciative of all that. I'm going to cut back to the video that I was working on August 1st and run through each of these fruits, and then I'll be back with you in a second and we'll talk about a few more new problems. All right, we're going to start on the growing tip of the A72 Cosmore, and it is terminated. That's right where I wanted it to come to. I still got some secondaries here going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 secondaries still alive. Both of these 2 secondaries right here belong to the A72, and I'm going to terminate them very soon. They're not really doing much anymore. Last Friday, skies blackened out of nowhere, and wind came through here in forces I haven't seen since the derecho, and it must have found this wall right here and just circled right down through here, and it just tore a path of destruction back in here in this quality plant. I'm not too awfully concerned about it. Like 3 of these secondaries I hadn't even had buried in. That's where my turn is from my fruit, and in my mind I was thinking that I didn't want to bury in those secondaries because I wanted them to be able to pull with the slack of the main vine. And learning now that was probably wrong, but it is what it is now. I did find a vine on the back that was rotten. I saw the leaves dropped off just like I saw on my plants last year, and I immediately knew what it was, and I ran in there and checked it, and I found a buried spot where the vine had rotten. It was a secondary. It was the second secondary in, and one that I'd pinned back to the wind fence, and I just cut it off, and everything looks okay there. That also sparked me to do a massive vine unburying event on both these plants. Pretty much unburied all the vine on both these plants except for the new growth. I still have the new growth buried in. All right. All right, right, there it is. I'm gonna have to back up so you can see the whole thing. This fruit I'm measuring every 5 days is due for a measurement on Friday, I believe, which will be 40 days. The 30-day measurement on this was 286 pounds. That'll be my official measurement for the Size Doesn't Matter challenge, which doesn't matter. I'm not even in the running for nothing on that, but it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, not much I'd say about it. It's got some cantalouping on it, and everything I've read, I think that's okay. It means it's going to go heavy, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I mean, it's on the way to being a personal best, but this fruit and the quality fruit next door to it are competing hard to be the winner in a patch. And finally, we'll take a look at the 1852.5 quality. Fans aren't too bad in here. I'll leave them running. This guy off. Oh, you can't even see it. All right, like I said, this fruit and the Cosmore fruit are in a race. They are neck and neck. It's like one takes the lead one day, and then, well, this one takes the lead, and then the next day the Cosmore plant regains it. They are a day apart from each other in age. This 1852 quality fruit is 36 days old today. The Cosmore fruit is 37 days old. All right, I'm actually going to be glad to harvest this thing. I'm going to harvest it next Monday, give the stem a few days to dry up a little bit, because I want to get all this cleaned out of here. It is trying to fruit some more, but I only grew this plant to get one fruit on it for the West Virginia State Fair, and I just want rid of this mess. So you can't really tell it, but I've been weeding like crazy in here. I've been weeding like crazy inside this plant. I still got some work to do out here. This plant's probably going to go in the next couple of days. That fruit's not doing nothing anymore. But not to get sidetracked, let's take a look at I've been wanting to show pumpkin in the West Virginia State Fair for years. We've been growing pumpkins here ever since we moved up here, and I've never done it. And there's what I got. So that's all you're going to see of it right now. You want to see this some more, you're going to have to go to the West Virginia State Fair and take a look at it. Nothing special. It's not a giant fruit. It's just a plain old everyday field pumpkin, and I'm just trying to finally get something in the fair. And so there's that. Told you I was going to talk about a new problem. You'll see this little it's cut off right now. I need to get it back on. I took that out of my indoor grow tent, and it's on the stem of the 1852 fruit. Had a stem blowout on it that appeared just this morning, and it's not terrible. It's about the end of my pinky size probably, and sapping a little bit, but I put a little bit of sulfur dusting on it and got that blower blowing directly on it. Hopefully get that dried up and be okay. I'm not something I'm really awfully concerned about right now. I'll continue to keep an eye on that. We took a look at both of these fruits. That was 6 days ago now. I did 40-day measurements on the 1852 fruit and also on the A72 Cosmore. So the Cosmore fruit came in at 439 on day 40, and a significant drop off from my last 15 days. So measuring every 5 days. All right, I'm gonna try this again. This is take 3 of trying to make this daggone video. It's actually August 8th now, another whole day. So I went through a whole bunch of talk about all this yesterday, and then I see at the very end my microphone's not working and there was 0 sound on it. But that gave me an opportunity to come out here and do some measurements prior to going on my 5-day golf trip. I said I wasn't going to do measurements, but particularly in the case of the A72 Cosmore plant, the condition of the plant health, I think it's really important for me to be measuring this fruit, and so it can tell me how the plant's doing. A little bit of a spoiler alert, I did get my Xeritol put on this morning, and I'm already happy with what I'm seeing. The leaves are perking up. They look like they want to live, and they're trying to make effort. So really happy about that. I'll have a little bit more about that in the next video. So let's talk about what I did. I went ahead and measured again. I couldn't stand it. So my two big boys right here, the 872 Cosmore here, and 1852 and a half quality. The Cosmore fruit turns 44 days old today, and it's estimating at 529 pounds. The 1852 and a half quality fruit turns 43 days old today, and it's estimating at 584 pounds. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Big deal. And I get it. I know. I've seen all over Facebook and all over YouTube 30-day fruit, 35-day fruit, 40-day fruit, 45-day fruit. They're already 700, 800, 900, even 1,000 pounds. But it is a big deal to me. You ain't never seen a 500-pound fruit come out of the Hematite Homestead patch. Right now, I got two of them. And with the 1675 and a half Nelson, which I have not measured, but based on the size it is now, I'm estimating it to be in the 200 and some pound range. So that gives me over 1,200 pounds of fruit in my patch right now. First time ever. First time we've ever had fruit this big. As a matter of fact, if neither of these fruit gain one more ounce, I think I'm okay with that. And it just goes to show how much effort I put into learning and getting better at this and headed in the right direction. So I really shouldn't even be talking about weights. Weights have nothing to do with my goals for the year. It's not relevant one bit to what my goal for the year is. My goal is to get one fruit on the scale for the first time ever out of the Hematite Homestead patch.
Right, brother. You're going to see me at the scale this year, brother.
That's right. Exactly what he said. You're going to see me at the scale this year, brother. I got about 1,200 pounds worth of fruit going in the patch right now. I got a few hurdles to get over. I got a few more issues that we have to deal with. Stay focused, eyes on the prize, get to the finish line, keep these fruit healthy, get them on the scale. Thanks so much for watching. If you're in the local area, go to West Virginia State Fair and check out my field pumpkin along with all the other great, awesome stuff that's going to be over there. I'm pretty sure I got some friends that are going to have some fruit in the shows as well. Don't forget about the t-shirt giveaway. I got plenty of t-shirts still left to give away. Drop me a comment down below. I'll put you in the running for a t-shirt. This week's t-shirt is going to Ohio Indian Relics. So hit me up at HematiteHomestead@gmail.com. Send me your size and your shipping information, and I'll get a t-shirt right out to you. Make sure you're looking for Hematite Homestead on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and I'll see you next time.